In an informal settlement east of Johannesburg, made up of nameless dirt roads where poverty reigns for the people who live there, Abdul Qadir Hassan sells groceries from a small shop. It's where he also lives. The Somali longs for home in Mogadishu, but a raging civil war there means going back now isn't an option. He told me he's not feeling too welcome here too, especially after one frightening morning in July.
4 guys came to the shop with guns. I was standing at the till. My colleague was outside. They forced us inside the room asking for money. After we said we don't keep the money inside, they took a 10-liter can of petrol and put it on my head. Then they lit it.
Nearby South African shopkeepers had threatened Abdul Qadir and other Somali businessmen. Stop doing business here or face the consequences. This would suggest that those ominous warnings and this brutal attack were linked.
For me, I will say it's not xenophobic, because if you look at it this way, the Somalians didn't bring bricks and build shops here. We gave them houses, we gave them shops. Our people were not managing and their own businesses. They couldn't manage them. So their businesses, at the same time, when the businesses is not good, they give Somalians shops. Then we can't say it's xenophobic.
But Abdul Qadir Hassan is convinced he was attacked because he is Somali. His burns may be healing, but the psychological scars remain. Violent outbursts of anger against those who've taken their economic opportunities. That's the usual explanation for xenophobia in South Africa. But words can be weapons too. Amakwerekwere, a term which roughly translates as those who speak gibberish, has often been used by many South Africans directed at foreigners like Zimbabweans, Somalis and Mozambicans. So, do the flames of xenophobia against these migrants, who number in the millions, simmer at a much deeper level? Is it more than just physical violence? Migration expert Lauren Landau thinks so.
I think there's deep discomfort in South Africa with human mobility, whether it's of South Africans moving into other communities or people from outside of South Africa moving in. That manifests itself in a lot of ways, most extremely in the form of violence, but also in discrimination, the kind of language people use, to the way people interact. The country has a very progressive constitution, one built on principles of tolerance, universal rights. What we're seeing on the street, what's being negotiated there, is a system where it's the gangsters or the local leaders who decide who gets what, who gets to live in those communities, and really who gets to live.
If the Rainbow Nation is a colorful reality or just a blurry mirage, may well be defined by how South Africans treat their neighbors. Imran Garda, Al Jazeera, Johannesburg.